My brains are normally not awake before I finish my second cup of coffee in the morning. This morning at the Xakanaxa campsite in the Okavango Delta was an exception. I heard somebody scream, "Hey, they killed!" Suddenly I was awake, really awake. Who killed who? Or what killed what? Then our French-speaking camping neighbor shouted, "Wild dogs killed a buck, over there." I looked over my steaming cup of coffee and could see some African wild dogs walking around about 20 meters away from us. Wild dogs, or African hunting dogs, are also sometimes called painted dogs. And some of them are very beautifully painted. According to some rangers, wild dogs have the ill-deserved reputation of being aggressive, vicious killers. But some rangers say that they are extremely aggressive, with a success rate of 80% when they go hunting. Lions only have a 30% success rate. The only animal a pack of wild dogs won't attack is a lion. But they will attack a leopard. I jumped in the cab of our truck and started driving to have a closer and safer look at the kill. But we didn't find any sign of the kill. No bones, no fur, nothing. We only saw several dogs with blood on their fur. We didn't want to find out which rangers were correct and therefore stayed in our truck with coffee spilled all over me. There are only about 6,000 wild painted dogs left in the world. That's about a quarter of the number of wild lions left in the world. And Botswana is the country with the highest number of wild painted dogs in the world. Still only 600 of them. No, this is not a wild dog with a suicide bomb jacket on. This is the alpha female leader of the pack with a tracker around her neck. Wild dogs have an alpha male and an alpha female leader. After this exciting start of the day, we started our game watching drive. Some animals are very shy, some not at all. Water everywhere, and this wasn't yet the wet season. Luckily, I noticed this mud pool in the middle of the road. I stopped just before this mud pool to watch these elephants drinking. and then I continued along the dry road. Well, I thought it was a dry road. I made the mistake to go too slow and without diff locks on to drive through this dip in the road. You can hear what happened next. Yes, stuck in the mud. Before getting out of the truck, I checked if I didn't see any wildlife. I didn't see anything, except for some elephants about 200 meters further. The nearest tree was about 50 meters away, too far for the cable on my winch. I had to secure an extra rope to the cable to reach the tree. I'm sure that this tree was strong enough to be my anchor. Put some tension on the cable and then first gear, low range, diff locks on and winch on full power. No movement at all. The mud was too sticky and the truck too heavy. Because the winch didn't work, I had to start digging and putting sand tracks under the tires. Then suddenly my boss shouted that I had to look for cover. You don't want to upset these heavy weights. Because the elephants stayed nearby, my boss didn't want to come out of the truck to film my hard work. After 3 hours of digging, interrupted from time to time by passing game, we could continue our way back to the campsite, just in time to enjoy a beautiful sunset.